What's up, travelers? Welcome to my apartment in Korea. If you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you're down there because you would have known by watching my stories that I just moved to Korea a week ago for studies this entire fall. This is my Airbnb for the first few weeks, and sitting on my bed right now, it was decorated by my Airbnb host's quite senior mom. So we have some very interesting design choices. So it's finally time for another economy week. Hasn't it been forever? Thai Airways, Cathay Pacific, and Singapore Airlines. Southeast Asia's 3 5-star carriers, and I know we're also curious which airline is best because they're all good options if you're going from Europe to Southeast Asia, the US to Southeast Asia, well, apart from Thai since they don't fly to the US, and of course anywhere to Australia. If you watched my Q Suites video, you would have seen that I was in Japan. Well, this Thai Airways flight was what I took from Japan to Bangkok. Then I flew to Singapore, took Cathay from Singapore to Bangkok, and then continued on in Q Suites. So I just finished the same trip as before my Q Suites flight when I took this Thai flight. And it was a lot of fun to get to try Thai for you because I absolutely adore Thailand. Thai food is my favorite food in the entire world, especially when I have it in Thailand. It just seems to be so much better every time I'm there. And yeah, so I was very, very curious to see how was the Thai hospitality on Thai Airways. You'll get to find out in this video.
Alrighty, the last leg of economy week, or the last airline, not the last leg. I have two flights on Thai coming up, and then one on Cathay Pacific. One last one where I will get to try their A350 as well. Now I'm at Tokyo Haneda, which is such a fantastic airport. It's truly like just so stunning, so efficient, and I'm flying Thai's A350 to Bangkok. It worked out. It's just like I'm so excited, especially after trying SQ, and I was so impressed. So now who knows if Thai is anywhere in their league. I should have a fantastic flight. Other than that, I hope you subscribe because you don't want to miss out on my comparison to see who has sort of utilized the A350 best, because I'm trying the A350 in almost the exact same seat on all 3 airlines, which will be awesome. And other than that, yeah, Thai let me check my bag just to Bangkok instead of all the way through to Singapore like I booked, which was perfect because it helps me with my connecting flight tomorrow to Doha. Just very, very happy. So come with me and let's see how the Thai experience is. Alrighty, so welcome on board this Thai Airways A350. Now, depending on how you look at it, I got to fly both flights on their A350. It's a shame on the one hand because I didn't get to review 2 aircrafts. It just got way too complicated to try to piece the itinerary together with 2 different aircraft. But on the other hand, I absolutely love the A350, so it wasn't a problem in that sense. As you can see, the cabin is configured in a 333 configuration with these slightly strange cabin colors. I mean, it looks cool, but I'm not a huge fan. The flight was about 2/3 full, so I had enough room. The seat next to me was empty, but despite that, I had a problem with the legroom. I felt like it was quite bad compared to most carriers in Asia, which is really a shame, especially since this was an overnight flight. On boarding, I also noticed the cabin was boiling, like it was so hot. Now I know Tokyo is very hot during the summer, but they could have blasted the AC in the aircraft before boarding. I also noticed immediately that the service felt a little less polished than you'd expect on some of the other top East Asian carriers. Other than the legroom, the seat is comfortable though. It's not revolutionary in any way, except that it has a footrest at every economy seat, which is quite nice. But otherwise, yeah, nothing super special. At every seat, there is USB charging and power ports, which is always great. And by the way, regarding the music, yes, I know this isn't necessarily Thai music, but I like the piece, so please just enjoy it with me. Every economy class passenger on Thai also gets quite a standard over-ear headset. We departed Tokyo at almost 1 a.m, so it was a super late flight and everyone wanted to get to sleep. During taxi, or actually, they didn't activate the entertainment system until very long, like into the taxi or even after takeoff, which was so surprising because they boarded us really early, and it's kind of a pain when the system is there but you can't use it. Overall, I thought the selection was decent but not great, although they do have live TV and in-flight entertainment cameras. After takeoff, they served a quick midnight snack, which was these 2 vegetarian sandwiches. They were okay, not amazing, and there were only 3 drink options, which they passed around on a tray. It's a big shame though, because I missed breakfast. The cabin lights weren't turned on for breakfast, and they didn't wake anyone up, so I completely slept through it. And even when I asked 30 minutes prior to landing if I could have it, they said, nope, too late. Luckily though, at least there were earplugs available on request, so I managed to get that even though there was no other amenity kit. One random thing before landing is also that Thai plays really loud salsa music in the cabin. So many of you have probably been to Bangkok's huge airport already. It is a great facility. It's not the most convenient airport in the world, but I do love the design. It's very efficient, especially for immigration, check-in, all that. I've never really had problems. So overall, I think it's a great airport to connect in. For my next flight to Singapore, I was on the exact same A350. I was quite surprised when I got to the gate. The cabin, of course, was the same, but this time I was sitting a little further up in the plane. Even on the short 2-hour flights, there are pillows, which I do love. So there was a meal service on this flight as well, with the options between a frittata with veal sausage or chicken congee, but of course, as always, I ordered a vegetarian meal, and the food tasted really good. It was creative, but if you saw my Q-Suite review, the last review I uploaded on this channel, you would see that this is the exact same main course I received on that flight. So I don't know if that says something good for Thai or bad for Qatar, given that my Qatar flight was in business class. The one thing that was a little disappointing is that the crew didn't clear the meal trays for the entire 2-hour flight. They just left them there. So that was my Thai Airways experience in a few words. I would say they are a perfectly decent airline. They are definitely toward the top on a worldwide scale, but the question is, how good are they on a Southeast Asian scale? To see how they compare to their main competitors, you'll of course have to stay tuned for the upcoming episodes of Economy Week, so make sure you are subscribed for those. They will be up very soon, but I would fly Thai Airways again, especially on a shorter flight that wasn't overnight.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful finding out how Thai Airways is, and of course the really interesting part will be coming very soon when we compare them to Singapore Airlines and Cathay Pacific. And in addition, since I flew the A350 on all those airlines, I'm going to do a comparison which airline has the best A350 cabin, so we'll get a very specific comparison that way. And I know if you've started joining me since I did my Etihad video, it's kind of weird to see me flying economy class all of a sudden, but I actually do sometimes for Economy Week because I find it so fun to compare the different carriers to see what they offer the general flying public, and that helps me, you know, recommend which airlines for my friends and family and everyone else to fly with if they're not into credit cards and that kind of stuff. So one last thing before we go, I have something very exciting I'm working on, and I just wanted to tell you that. I can't tell you what it is quite yet, but in a few weeks, just know something insanely cool is coming up. It's not a video, it's something else, so maybe you can guess what it is down below, and also that will let me know that you watched this far in the video because I really appreciate it. So thanks as always for giving me your likes. If this video got 3,000 likes, I would be eternally grateful. And of course, subscribe for the other comparisons that are coming up soon: Cathay Pacific, Singapore Airlines, and the main comparison between the 3 airlines. Until I see you all next time, fly safe.
Well, before we go, I just want to tell all my Swedish viewers how I paid for this flight. I got a round trip from Southeast Asia to Japan for 50,000 miles on SAS, but honestly the better deal would be getting this in business class. I just redeemed an economy for the sake of this series, but you can pay just 12,500 miles more per person each way for a business class, so 75,000 miles total round trip on some of the world's best airlines. And if you sign up for this credit card, the link is close to the top of the description below. You will get 12,000 miles to kickstart your earnings.